I thought Clemson did a very good job of not allowing us to get them out of rhythm offensively from a defensive standpoint. They executed their game plan. Even we've been very disruptive up until today, getting deflections and steals and not allowing our opponents to be comfortable running their offense, and that's worked real well for us. Today, we just didn't quite seem to have the focus to be as disruptive as you have to be in the ACC in order to be successful. We need those extra deflections, we need those extra steals, so we allow ourselves to get out in transition. We need to be able to contest shots and get long rebounds, and today we were not able to do that. I went into the season thinking that we would be a pretty good perimeter shooting team, and I still think we're capable of. But I think we still are struggling to get the kind of ball movement and ball reversal that's necessary to what we call break up the concrete, not allow defense to compound themselves in the lane. And today, I didn't think we moved the ball well enough to create an indecision on the defense. Hopefully what we can do is learn from this game, learn that in order for us to be successful, there are certain things we have to do on a consistent basis in order for us to win. That by closing out with our hands up, taking away vision, getting deflection, forcing steals, forcing contested shots, and forcing people to miss so we get long rebounds. Today, Clemson was able to execute their system, get the ball where they wanted to, and that allows a very hard-fought loss for us. Any questions?
When you called that timeout early in the second half, was it focus or effort, or what were you frustrated with?
Well, a little bit all of it. You know, early in I just sensed that they were able to, we were putting full court man-to-man pressure, and they were just able to just step and get the ball out of bounds without any resistance. And I thought that sent a bad signal to me that maybe we were not quite energized enough to be able to not let a team just get the ball in bounds as easy as they were able to get it in bounds. We normally have been pretty effective with that, not allowing certain people to catch the ball and forcing other folks to have to come and pick the ball up. And that sent me a bad signal from the beginning.
Were you concerned that any part of this was maybe, I don't know, starting to get a little too confident after the win streak, or is it just one of those
well,
days?
human nature is what it is. I mean, you have a tendency, regardless, when you go from being the hunter to the hunted, that's a big change. You know, it's not easy to run 5 in a row in the ACC. People respect it. And so they've lost 3 of the last 4. We won 6 of the last 7, had going into this game. So that's part of what separates good from great. Maturity will allow you to understand that the more success you have, the more focus you got to have, because now people are giving you their best shot every time you play. That's a maturing aspect of the game, and I thought we exposed a little immaturity by not understanding that you got to turn it up a notch every time you play when you got the bullseye on your back, on your shirt. So that's an opportunity for us to learn. I told the guys, I'm not real sure anybody's gonna win the ACC with only 2 losses. So we still got a lot more work to do. And so we have just as much chance as everybody else. Now it depends on who's gonna go out and grow and mature and come with the right frame of mind every night. That's the team that's gonna win. Because in the ACC, to be very honest with you, in any given night, anyone's capable of winning. There's not anyone that's overshadowing anybody. You know, it's going to be the team that has the ability to come as close as they can to being as consistent with who they are, offensively and defensively. And that's the team that's going to win. The team is going to find that magic level, that focus. And right now, you know, you look like it's up for grabs. And we probably got another week or so before it start leveling off, and I think it's just gonna be a dog fight through the remainder of the season for everybody. Regardless of whether you're home on the road, every game is gonna be a very competitive game.
Rebounding had been a strength, I think, during this win streak for y'all, but tonight, was it more Clemson's experience and depth in the front court, or?
Well, you know, one of the players said that they were physical, but I can't see that when we normally have been flying from the corners, the top of the key, getting tip-ins, and I thought tonight that we were not as focused on offensive rebound as we have been. I thought that there were some times that I don't know who would have got them, but we didn't go. You know, we stood and looked over someone's shoulder. They do a very good job of blocking out. So you can't just, you got to anticipate that, and you got to be spinning, rolling, but you can't just turn and go. And they're a good fundamental sound defensive blockout team. So you got to be going to the right, going to the left, rolling, spinning. You just can't accept it. And I thought there were times when we just accepted the blockout and was nearly as aggressive as I thought we could be.
Do you think just being able to watch this tape will be good for them to see the difference between?
Well, it has to be, because we're gonna see a completely different approach, and you're gonna see them being very focused on executing each one of those sets that they call, just what we call break up the concrete, just move the defense. When you allow defense to be set, and then you try to go against them on one or two passes, you play into their hand. Well, they move the ball, reverse the ball, move, and then after about the fourth or fifth pass, then they're trying to go high-low. That's great execution. And I didn't think we had enough of that. Yes.